This program is sponsored by Capitec. Join millions of South Africans and pay the smart way with Capitec.
Hello and a very warm welcome to the Insider SA, your guide to living better. Join us today as we open up to the pioneers like Mafiki Zolo's Nhlanhla Mafu, dedicating her new shweshwe fashion line to her mom Elise. Mervyn Marvey coaches 7-year-old Azania Sweeney to Instagram stardom. Watch and learn as Sarah Langa sets the pace in luxury content creation. Composer Dupriya Strauss designs the ultimate home theatre. Dr. Winnie Magodi turns trash to treasure. And Grammy winner Zakes Bantwini wants you to name his new album. A Grammy winner last summer, pathfinding dance music producer Zakes Bantwini is back with a new album and fresh insight.
I'm from KwaZulu-Natal, a very small township called KwaMashu in Durban North. From grade 1 to grade 12, I studied KwaMashu until I went to tertiary, which was a technical Natal, now known as DUT, to complete my diploma in jazz and popular music. I think my upbringing really in KZN kind of like had an influence in more rhythmic and musicality. I don't know if it still happens, but I remember when I was young, until I finished high school, we'll have assembly and we'll sing all the time. And then when we're going to our classrooms, we'll also sing. So it's kind of like, I think I got a taste or the love of music based off that. And also my mother had a choir, had a gospel group. So they would come and really rehearse at home every day. And I'm so thankful because my mother, she didn't stop me from pursuing my passion. So having to choose a career like music and having your mother supporting and telling you that, okay, go study that, I feel blessed. She just supported me, said, okay, if you want to be a musician, then go study it then. Why jazz? It's what else? You can be as formal as like from the classical, and you can be swaggy, man, you know? I feel like it's like a foundation of every music genre. When you are able to play jazz, you can fit in any kind of genre and you can ace it. I'd like my music to be a music of oneness, you know? I want my music to be the music that everybody enjoys and people get to be in the same space and dance to the same song and enjoy being themselves.
Happy to get the party started, Zakes will be doing it from his latest business venture, this rooftop studio venue in the city.
Yeah, so the vision for this spot is really like an extension of what Zakes Bantwini is about. To also have a venue that will be able to host the event that I'd like to have, and also to curate the music that I'd like people to listen to. And also, I mean, I wanted to be in Cape Town. I think it's one of the cities that I really, really enjoy and love and doing business here. Now, when I linked up with my business partner, we talked about the space. He told me about the space. I came to check it out. I was like, yeah, definitely. You know, we want to partner with him. I usually sit here when we do meetings during the evening, or if it's an event, they make it a VIP section. So it's a VIP section in the meeting spot, and it's really just giving the 360 of Cape Town. You can literally see how Cape Town is, you know, from here. You can see the Table Mountain, you can see the V&A. It's actually just one of the beautiful spots, and I love being here, not because I'm involved in this space, but because I think it's a cool space to be in, and you can be able to check out Cape Town. This is a bar area. It's sort of like a sport bar. We have a television set so you can watch your rugby or soccer or any other sports of your choice. We try to make it more luxury with a taste of a unique color and very minimal designs. Feels like you're home, but when you look back, then it reminds you that no, you're not at home. You're in Cape Town because the backdrop is the Table Mountain. So, what makes this place so unique, as you can see, is this feature. And now it's about that time. I'm about to open it. I wish I could just jump in and swim.
The anthem at pool parties this summer may very well be Mr. Bantwini's new single, Mama. And this is where he'll test the rest of his album too.
This is one of my favorite spaces here. You make music and you come here to really perform it or test drive it, like we would always say, test drive it. So I usually make music, mix it, master it, and come here and play it so that I can make sure that it sounds the way I'd like for it to sound. So the difference between the DJ and the producer, the DJ is someone who plays the music that has been produced by a producer. So when you're a DJ, you're more like a selector, you know, but you sonically just tell the story with your mix. And a producer is someone who really like a raw material, someone who really go into his mind and just mining creativity and just, you know, bring it into life. So when I produce, my inspiration really comes from live, from the things that I hear. So that's why I'm really strict on the music that I listen to. So I love my jazz and my R&B, and I love my dance music. But most of the time when I'm not on stage or I'm not producing music, I usually listen to African jazz or bebop jazz. Those are like my go-to music that I listen to, so that when I produce, I get to tap on those particular melodies that I've been listening to, and I get to give you songs like Imali and Osama. And I studied jazz at school. So I have a qualification in jazz and I listen to a lot of jazz.
The Grammy, which Zakes won with Wouter Kellerman and Nomcebo Zikode, set the tone for what he wants to achieve with music.
I felt like in South Africa we are so segmented, we are so divided in a way that we don't dance into the same song, we don't watch the same things, we actually don't even chill together. And for us to be able to move this country, first we have to dance together, and firstly we've got to socialize together, and about it, that's exactly what it is.
And Zakes wants you to help get the ball rolling with a once-in-a-lifetime invitation to make your mark in SA music.
I have my new album coming out. We're still debating the name of the album. Maybe the insider viewers and family might help me out. We have The Star is Reborn, and we have The Diary of an Underdog. So I don't know which one we're still discussing with the team, which one really represents this moment right now. Is it The Diary of an Underdog or The Star is Reborn? So maybe on your comments, guys, we'll check, and then we'll name that album or based on your suggestion.
To vote for either title, The Star is Reborn or The Diary of an Underdog, check out the Insider SA socials and shape musical history. Up next, Sarah Langa. Did anyone ever look so good while cooking sump and oxtail stew? Since Sarah Langa graduated with a degree in psychology with marketing as one of her subjects, she's used both to become a major pioneering force in content creation. Recognizing how her work has to adapt to this economic climate, she's now at the forefront of creating realistic, authentic content that is still all about quality.
Hey guys, my name is Sarah Langa and I am here at Rosebank. We've been here since 8 a.m. and guess what? I'll be having you join me the whole day as I get up to all of my favorite things, from shooting content to meetings to Pilates to cooking. I'm super excited to have you guys with me today.
With artificial intelligence beginning to generate more content, you still can't beat a relatable person at the center of every post, as Sarah displayed in her Pilates session with Monique Martinengo.
Fitness has been a part of my journey for the past 2 years. I've been exploring all the different ways that I can make my body stronger and feel better. And I think I started Pilates about 10 months ago with Mon, and I have loved it ever since. Like, it's a part of my workout routine that I think I enjoy the most in the week, because not only does it make me feel stronger, but it makes me feel amazing. I'm just able to understand my body better. And I love the fact that also it's an educational journey. I learned so much about my body.
There is something so unique and wonderful about Sarah. She's got the most beautiful spark, but she really embodies that student mindset. She wants to learn. She wants to understand what she's doing. And as a Pilates instructor, that is just like the best client to have. Thumbs hang out, long fingers, take a breath in. Right leg exhale, tabletop. Left leg tabletop. Squeeze knees, squeeze ankles, inhale. Inhale, bend in the elbow, there we go. Exhale, straighten your arms, breathe out.
So what keeps me going would be the motivation that I have within me. As much as I have goals that I've achieved, there's always something new that I'm working towards. I have the spirit of constantly evolving, and I wake up in the morning knowing that all of the things that I feel today are things that are my goals for tomorrow. They're things that I want to achieve for tomorrow. So that's definitely what keeps me going. Just knowing that, like, even when I've reached my floor, even when I've reached the peak of what I want to reach, I create a new peak. And also seeing myself evolve into so many different people, seeing myself achieve all the things that I want to achieve keeps me going, because it makes me realize that I can actually do it and I can do more. That was super challenging, but that is what I love the most about Pilates. Every time I come here, I feel like I'm able to challenge myself, push my boundaries, and become stronger and healthier, and I feel so amazing afterwards.
For all the time that Miss Langa spends posting about fitness routines, new restaurants, or fashion weeks, her home life is a major attraction too.
Hi guys, welcome to my 3-in-1 personal home, workplace, and also my everyday studio. I absolutely love art, and I'm obsessed with African themed art and African artists. So I've made sure to collaborate with a lot of local artists and designers. As you see, I have some African artifacts. I have this incredible artist, Nhlanhla Mafu, who's a personal friend of mine, and I had to have one of her biggest pieces hanging on my wall. To me, it's important because it creates character. It kind of lets people know who I am and the things that I love. So it was important that I brought a lot of personal elements, pieces that I selected myself, even though I had interior designers, to be able to bring a flair of my own personality. This is the living room lounge area. I brought House of Amica in to put together a lounge pocket that was going to be not only functional, but also that was going to bring in different textures and also be, you know, neutral enough for me to use for my shoots, for different types of shoots and different themes. The one way that I'm able to channel my mind into knowing that I'm home is through fragrance. So a lot of the spaces in my home will always have diffusers, candles. I also have a lot of incredible home sprays, so that when I know that it's time to switch off, I'll take the home fragrance and spray it around. And it just does something. It tells me that, like, now it's time to switch off, and now you're at home, and, you know, now you can feel relaxed. So one of the things that I wanted to achieve when putting my home together was to be able to have tones, textures, and colors that can basically complement anyone, anything. I want anyone to come to my home and feel at home.
Which includes any musical guests having full license to play a tune and create a little dinner theatre.
So next we have the dining room area. So one thing about me, I love cooking. So the dining room area is complementary of my hobby. I love cooking, I love serving, I love being able to host friends. And I think outside of shooting content in my home, this is the one space that a lot of people that I love get to experience the most. So yeah, this is my most favorite area. It's really chill. I wanted to create a space where people are not afraid to make a mess. I want people to spill wine on the carpet and I won't even be mad, so don't spill wine on my carpet though. One of my favorite places in the house has to be this space right here, my kitchen. Now, this is where all the business happens. This is probably one of my most used spaces. I make all of my dishes and I love cooking. I prepare a meal for myself every single day here. And because I knew you guys were coming, I had to make one of my favorite dishes, and I'm taking it back home to my roots. One of the dishes that my mom used to prepare for me all the time, samp, and it smells so good. Let's just wait and let that simmer for a bit while I continue to show you the rest of the house. Last but not least, I have to show you one of my most incredible spaces. Everyone that visits me loves this space. This is my reading lounge. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you will know I'm an academic at heart. I love studying. In actual fact, I'm about to embark on a new journey of studying interior design because of how passionate I am about this. I created this space to be able to really unwind, sit down, and be able to read a book, read news in the morning, be able to read magazines. And as you see over here is my wall of fame. Another art feature that I really love is my little lioness, which was gifted to me by Mops. We did an espresso campaign together, and part of the sustainability of the brand was to create art using old recycled coffee capsules. This couch is designed by House of Amica. We sat together and we kind of came up with the concept of a couch that would be a 3-seater, be able to be compatible, very light in color, great textures, but also not too fragile. She designed this piece for me and we call it the Cloud Couch. I was one of the first people to have it, but you can order it on her online store.
Smart enough to learn from the best, Sarah asked the interior decorating team of Naledi Kaswa and Peter Lekanyane to set the scene.
So the brief that we received from Sarah was so that we can create a very open plan space where she can shoot content, as she's a content creator, and she must be able to shoot at home because it was fresh off of the heels of COVID.
So what we then looked at is working the space for content creation. Really looking at how the space will work well when she's shooting at home. So that's where now we came in and redesigned the layout for her.
We analyzed the area that she was in. So when we walked in, the space was very dark and it had some elements of citrus. So we wanted to make the space a bit light and very airy. So when coming in, we advised that, okay, for content creation, it is always better to have some neutral lighting and to lighten up the space. So that was the approach that we took to the entire space that we had.
Working with Sarah was quite easy. She's an easygoing person. She was quite straightforward and she was open with the level of work that we produced.
It was a very enjoyable project because even with the fabrics, she was willing to do fabrics that are trending and she wasn't afraid to do things that are a fad. And she was saying that she's open to reupholstering in future. So it was easy to work with someone like that is willing to take advice from us as manufacturers in terms of what works best for the type of design that she wants. So it was nice to work with someone that is able to take advice from professionals in the certain space.
So style is very important to me because, as you see, I am never caught off camera. So I have to make sure that I can always have fashionable, iconic moments like anywhere, even in the kitchen. So over here we have some oxtail with carrots and beans. We have green beans. It smells so good. Being a content creator in an industry that was not even like a thing, like we created this industry, was super hard work. We had to allow people to build the confidence in what we're trying to do. We had to do it for free for like maybe 3-4 years. And it's purely because of passion. Like I started off doing this because I was passionate about it. I loved fashion, I loved beauty, I loved, skincare, and being able to share information with people was what I loved. It was never because it was a job. And I think that is the one thing that I want to approach even in the next phase in my life. I want to be able to find something that I'm extremely passionate about because the rewards come in the passion. The rewards come in doing what you love and not what you get out of it.
After a decade in an industry which demands that you break new ground daily, Sarah Langa remains ahead of the pack. Just ahead, singing, designing, cooking. Nhlanhla Mafu gets it all from her awesome mum.
Pay the smart way with Capitec.
head up. Neutral spine, keep that navel to spine. We're gonna take right arm, left leg. We're gonna take it out, elbow meet to the knee, straight out again, and back. Nice, can you feel your core working?
Yeah.
So Pilates is famous for that. It's a lot of core work.
And it feels like it needs a lot of balancing as well.
Yeah, so it's balance, core, all of that. And it's nice and slow control.
People mustn't take it lightly. These are serious, hardcore workouts. You guys make it look so easy.
No, definitely.
But it's actually not.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and drop down, go back into rest position. Yana, it's not easy, hey?
What I love about it is that as a person who's got injuries, you know, from previous accidents, it's something that I really, really feel comfortable with. And I love that as you're exercising, you're not causing another problem elsewhere. You know, with regular exercises, after exercising, you feel like strains on your ankles or knees or, you know, so with this, it's almost as if, you know, you're doing 2 in 1. You're exercising, but you're also stretching. So I think that's what I love about it, yeah.
Push from that core and up to you.
Okay.
There we go, and that's our session.
Spending the day with this famous songbird gave us a chance to meet her mother, Nhlanhla Mafu, who taught her to cook, sing, and so much more.
So, okay guys, we're in the kitchen now and I am busy preparing dinner for a couple of friends that are coming over later on. And these here are the ingredients. I decided to prepare a pepperdale pasta. So it's creamy chicken pasta. And guest of honor is here, guys, my mom. Hi, Mom. Hi. My mom and I got a great relationship. I think what I loved most about my mom is the clothes she used to put together for me. My mom used to work at a retail shop. You know, fashion and style, something that came naturally for her. And she would just put garments beautifully together. So I think when it comes to fashion, she's one person who's always inspired me.
First, she was a very quiet girl, but when she was starting singing, then it is where I saw that this girl is going to go places. Everybody was just saying, oh, wow, and she is bigger now. Everybody would ask me, where's Nhlanhla? When is she coming? We want to hear her singing again, please, because every morning she's singing, singing, singing.
Well, when it comes to cooking, I don't do cooking together anymore. I do the cooking, my mom does the chilling, you know. So yeah, the tables have turned because they've done their part, you know. It's time for them to relax and enjoy. They've raised us very well, and so we need to take care of them. So I do most of the cooking now, yeah.
She gets the singing from me and my husband. We used to sing every night. The church choir, she was with us, and my husband as well.
And we'd just sit around the organ because my little brothers were very small at that time. And my dad would just play the organ and then would sing. Jesu opunolo kwanaya bodimo nklomuhe so yeah, something like that. Yeah.
When Nhlanhla's guests arrived, the ladies were all wearing her stunning new shweshwe range, created in honor of her mom.
I've got an amazing bunch of friends. They're not only a bunch of winners, but they're very supportive.
So what has kept our friendship going over the years, I guess it's everything, hey? We've needed each other and we've shown up completely and over for each other. And you know, with time, there's kids now, there's marriages, there's this, there's that, but the sisterhood has been very consistent. So yeah, sisterhood.
When we were growing up to love music, I think we were motivated by Nhlanhla because we were members of the school choir. She was one of the soloists and she had always loved music. So I think for me to love music and to be a member of the school choir was motivated by Nhlanhla.
I think what makes this dinner special is the fact that I've never just sat with my mom and with my friends in one space, just alone in this intimate space. In celebrating my mom, I dedicated this shweshwe range from NN Vintage to her to say kudos to her for being a wonderful human being that she is, but also to show her that I appreciate her and how she impacted me in a positive way, in a beautiful way, and the role that she played in my life.
Elise is Setswana, and so the classically Tswana shweshwe is the perfect tribute from her daughter.
This particular shweshwe range is for women that are confident, women that no matter the age, you know, when you put on this particular item, you would feel confident, you'd feel sexy. So I wanted to create that, like, items that give women confidence no matter what shape they're in.
I love the dress that I'm wearing today. I love the color. The blue is just popping and it makes me feel really stylish.
I am wearing this red dress, this tassel red dress. I'm not a very girly person, but this brings out that feminine side and the color is beautiful on my skin.
I love this dress. I think this is the second time I'm wearing this dress. I wore it first at a wedding, felt like a queen. So today when I wore it, I felt like a queen again. Yeah, it's just magical. I feel amazing.
The food is amazing as always. Am I gonna make it for myself? I don't know. I don't think I can live up to the standards, so I'm gonna leave it to her.
The food, I would give my friend 10 out of 10. Not only that she was helped by Mama, I know she's the best cooker. Nhlanhla loves cooking.
So I'm performing for the very first time in this intimate space for my friends exclusively, a song called La La La, and it's a love song. It just speaks about it's a woman expressing, or anyone actually who's in love, who's expressing how they feel about their partner. And I love it because I can sing it with a full band, but I can also, you know, tone it down and sing it with an acoustic guitar.
Let me show you how much I care for you. You're the love of my life. I love you. It felt like a jive. Yeah.
Next up, Mervyn Marvey teams up with Azania Sweeney to land millions of Instagram views. When Mervyn Marvey returned home to South Africa from an award-winning stage career in the US, it was to deal with a sudden family loss. But he turned a very sad time into a bright future for many young South Africans when he chose to pioneer a new career for himself.
Hi Insider SA, my name is Mervyn Marvey. I am a comprehensive coach and you're going to spend the day with me today. We're going to do a little bit of runway coaching, a bit of interview coaching, some functional training. I'm excited to take you on the journey with me. Come on over. I think it's important to break boundaries, because if you're not breaking boundaries, then I'm not quite sure that you are living to your best potential. And I think once you've broken that boundary and you're able to sort of get yourself out there, you are then on your way to being a pioneer. And that's really what we all want. We all want to leave an impact and stand for something and be remembered for something. So that's why I think it's important to keep pushing the envelope and breaking boundaries.
Which means as much time as possible focused on the art of performing. Mervyn's office is the stage, and he coaches a huge cross-section of skills.
We're in the studio where I spend most of my hours in the day in. It's my happy space. I love it. This is where all the creativity happens. I'm actually here with Rulani, who's one of my clients. She's been with me for some time. I use a lot of props in my coaching sessions because they serve a different purpose, and each and every prop has a role to play. So we're gonna start off with the hula hoop, and you're just gonna take a walk down there. Do not bend your elbows. Keep them up. Straight legs.
It helps me with my ramp walk. Something that's also quite personal for me is that I used to struggle a lot with my self-doubt. So Merv had to work on that. We had to work on myself internally before anything else.
What I think I bring to each client is being an accountability partner, which is really what I think coaching is about. It's finding that person that sees something interesting and unique and special and knows how to bring it out, because they already have the inner power. You just gotta give them that little nudge to find that power again, and I think that's what makes me sort of special.
Like many of his clients, the marvelous Mr. Marvey has made the journey from being born in a small town like Rustenburg to seeking fame through show business.
With me now is Leboga Nkashe from the Northwest. We did see her in Miss South Africa not once but twice, and she finished off top 8 in 2023. She's an absolute star. So many great things are coming her way, and she's here for a session. It just shows you that in order to be the best, you're never done sharpening your skills, and she is the epitome of that.
Merv's teaching style is absolutely weird, and it works for me because I'm a person who does not like a standardized teaching style. He's very individualistic, so he caters to exactly who you are. In order for you to perform well at what you want to do with modeling, speaking, coaching, you yourself also need to be well. So I found that he's a coach that also helped with that.
Mervyn's is especially proud of helping young model Azania Sweeney to prepare for an international charity kids fashion show, where she got 20 million views on Instagram.
Myself and her parents and people close to her, we are sort of shocked at the response that Azania's video got, because we knew Azania was special, but we didn't know that Azania would take over Latin America, which is exactly what happened. We left with about less than 400 followers on Azania's personal Instagram page, and we are now sitting at 96,000 followers, and most of those followers are from Latin America. Azania is super special, and that is with her styling, that's with her personality, that's how she performs, that's how she listens, that's how she is in academics. She just has that it factor at 7 years old that is something that you cannot tame.
On a trip to raise funds for children with Down syndrome, Azania made a host of friends.
I loved Colombia because I made lots of friends that spoke Spanish, and I taught them how to speak English, and they taught me how to speak Spanish. I want to be a scientist, but I have lots more things I want to be too. I want to be a model, a gymnast, a ballerina, and an artist. Coach Mervyn is really kind and funny, and when something's hard, he just makes a game out of it.
Yeah! You see this is happening?
With Coach Murph, what we found was somebody who not only understood Azania, but also understood our dynamics as a family. And this ability to make it fun so that the kid is happy to practice again and again and again. Once the child masters the technique, that's when the confidence starts to creep in. So I think Azania's growth as a person in this short year has been, for us, phenomenal, very gratifying. She's confident, she's outgoing.
I think what works so well with us as her team and her family is we're all on the same page. We're just walking the journey with Azania and really finding out what she wants first at the core of it, and we can help her and really protect her in the spaces that we put her in and that she wants to be in.
Azania has the smarts for any career. But as long as she's enjoying this, Mervyn wanted her to have some memories to mark the journey.
Here you are, Azania. There we are. Amazing. So I have to pay you. Yes. So I'm going to pay you through Capitec PayShop. It's quite easy to make your payment. You just go into Capitec app. You choose Transact. You then choose the option of PayShop. You enter the recipient's phone number or linked bank account. You then put in your payment and you pay. That's it. The Capitec PayShop option is easy, convenient, immediate, and cheap.
What are these?
These are some special things, and I thought we should just give you your accolades.
This is so beautiful.
That's you. Look what a star you are.
I look like Barbie.
You look like Barbie.
But African Barbie with big, big hair.
Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. Thank you so much for being such a pioneer. Are you ready to pioneer and take over the world?
Yes!
Ready?
Yay!
Yay, 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 yay.
If Mervyn and Azania have given you the courage to take that next step towards your dreams, start your own Live Better journey with a chance of winning R1,000 courtesy of Capitec. To enter, reply to the competition post on the insidersa.co.za social media platforms and tell us what your favorite feature is on the Capitec app using the hashtag #LoveWithCapitec. T's and C's apply and can be found on the Insider SA website. Coming up, to musical director Dupriya Strauss, the world, and even his home, is all a stage.
Pay the smart way with Capitec.
Music is the emotional heart of a film or live show, and composer Dupriya Strauss has toured the world providing that heart. After crossing so many frontiers, he's back in SA, adding Joburg to the places he calls home.
I grew up in a small town called Bloemfontein in South Africa. I've composed a lot of music for TV soundtracks, and I've been associate music director and orchestra conductor on Disney's The Lion King musical for the past 14 years. In between, I've also created my own reality show. I've done 4 seasons by now, and numerous other visual arts projects. It all feels like it's, rolled into one artwork that is my life. So when the time came for me to find a foothold in South Africa, a place to call my own, which I haven't had in all of my adult life, all these years that I spent in the best hotels and corporate accommodations, service departments, the most beautiful stuff around the world, I made mental notes of what suits me the best. And I feel like when I saw this space for the first time, I knew exactly what I wanted to do with it so that it would fit me perfectly like a glove.
Having studied orchestral conducting at Juilliard Music School, Dupriya now adds interior design to his forms of creative expression.
So the artwork that I've spent most of my time and money on lately is this sky cave that I created for myself. When I found it, it was so ugly. It was filled with inside walls, and I knew I had to knock everything out because I wanted one big open concrete space, and I knew I wanted it all in black because that means the space almost vanishes into the background and all of your attention is drawn to that view.
The Joburg skyline is the real big screen TV. And after living in 8 different countries, it's little wonder this artist hankered for home.
It was very important to me that you would be able to see that magnificent view from literally anywhere in the apartment. And when I created these solid concrete counters, I made them go steps down from back here all the way down to the balcony. Because I wanted this space as minimal as possible, I opted for open shelved concrete kitchen counters where nothing needs to be concealed because I own so very little and it could be seen from anywhere. Well, because it all matches the color scheme, including my exposed piping. I didn't want to hide plumbing or electrical pipes. They're all beautifully painted black, but in full view. Even though everything is black, down to my toothbrush, my soap, my cutlery, everything, there's one splash of color that I always keep in this place. And this is this bowl of fresh produce from our family farm in the Northern Free State. The strangest stuff that tastes so delicious. My friends from the city can't believe what's actually happening in this part of my flat.
As a composer, all the color, art and life is already in Dupree's mind. So having stark surrounds draws out his imagination.
Moving through the bathroom area, there's a kind of like a dressing open plan area near my closet. And the bed area is probably my favorite part of the whole place. These are custom made locker type of vibe bedside tables. And I was very sure that I'd never wanted to see anything charged. No cable, no nothing. So all the cables come in from the back and everything I can charges inside with one little outlet here, you know, for when I want to stick my phone in and maybe charge while lying in bed. In the lounge, you'll see the continuation of the locker type of style coffee table. I've added little silver and chrome elements, not because I wanted to break the black, but because you can't really get away with no silver or no glass. What I love about the silver is the trimmings on these chairs. Because they find themselves in a black space, they reflect the blackness of everything else, which creates a beautiful texture that can play along with other textures like the very plush throw, the lovely texture on the old worn leather, matching and contrasting the texturing of the walls.
The apartment takes its cue from a theatre where everything is black except for the story playing out center stage.
It's very important to me to have a multifunctional space, a space where I can live in and play in and create in. So this center concrete piece can be a dinner table, but can also be converted into what I have here, a type of recording studio setup, and this is also where I practice piano for my piano concert performances.
As cribs go, the House of Strauss is fast becoming party central for fellow artists like Tamara Day.
Dupree and I have known each other for many years now. We have mutual friends. We're both in the music industry. We share very similar taste when it comes to music, fashion, beautiful spaces, good people. We've recently started making some beautiful music together. While I'm DJing melodic techno, Dupree is on the keys. As you know, he's such a phenomenal player. It's just a match made in heaven musically, and we've got some plans to do some very cool live performances. We have a grand master plan.
We all thought it was a bit crazy, but then when we saw the project coming together, it was really nice, and we're all excited to be here tonight and see the final product. So it's actually came out really nice, and we're all very excited to see him live here and make a living.
This is a dream come true for me as an entertainer, to have a space of my very own where other entertainers and creators also want to come and play along. This place is very new, so this is the first time ever that I'm having a live performance here, but I've got such plans. Grand pianos out on the balcony, more and different artists coming and playing here together. I can't wait. I have poured every part of myself into creating this space, so it suits me like a glove. And you know, day or night, rain or shine, winter or summer, this view is just something that you can never grow tired of.
From a trailblazer in musical theatre, we meet another South African breaking new ground in the move to a zero-waste economy right after this. Maybe the best South African definition of a pioneer is Dr. Winnie Magodi. Together with her husband Aubrey, they innovated a business collecting waste, processing, then recycling it, and putting it back into the circular economy.
I come from far north Limpopo, Venda. I come from a family of 5. 3 kids. I was the first child and I'm the only girl. I worked for a few years and then I decided with my husband that we're gonna do this business. We're doing this as a legacy for our kids. I wouldn't say it's a common industry for women to get into. There is a lot of challenges as a woman, first of all, in any kind of business. So just by being in this kind of industry, which some people might think it's a dirty industry, it's obviously a male-dominated industry as well. It hasn't been easy, as with everything in life, you know, there's challenges. People will say negative things, but you just need to keep going. You need to know what you want and what you stand up for. I mean, you can get in rooms where people overlook you as a woman, but you need to stand up for yourself. People don't really understand that you can make money from recycling. There's a lot of opportunities for women, even for youth in this kind of industry. We got a slogan here where we say waste is wealth. What you throw away, we use products every day that can make money for us. There's a lot of plastic waste or paper waste that you've accumulated. What you can do with that waste is you can collect it, take it to a recycling company and get some cash for it. You know, with that money you can be able to feed yourself, even feed your family. We see people that we call magareza on the road. They're making money to feed a family. And this waste is going back into the circular economy. So instead of us going to get new raw material from the earth, we're taking it back and forming new products with it. So that helps in the economy of our country. The very first products that we made from plastic recycling was our scooter bags. The kiddies ride on bikes, and that is what we're really proud of. I think you just need to be resilient, know what you want, you know, keep going. Everything is hard in life, you know, nothing comes easy. You have to choose your hard. Just go and do it. My name is Dr. Winnie Magodi. I'm a co-founder and co-owner of Matongoni. No matter what you come across, do what you can't.
Another feel-good production.